gonna send you the picture of that bike.
Oh my God. Tease it. Tease it.
Yes. All right, let's go.
Holy shit. Okay, listen.
Hey, that story gets so fucking crazy, you ain't gonna believe it.
Okay. Oh my God. We got to go back to Gobby. You're saying you think Gobby can, you don't think Jake Smith can kick Chris Gobby's ass?
No, Chris Gobby is a killer.
What?
A trained, yes.
What?
Why you think he's talking shit to Devon?
It's physically impossible mentally to be that much of a dick on the internet and be able to back it up in real life. It's impossible.
Yeah. He'll beat up Chris. Listen, Chris Gobby will beat up Jake Smith on the way to the fight.
No way. I can't be true. This guy, you probably haven't read all this shit, but dude, this guy called me a whore, called me a parasite, called me a leech, says I've been kicked out of 2 different sports. I'm getting messages from people saying, ignore the troll, they go away. I don't want to ignore the troll. I want to hurt the troll. I want to make the troll smash, go away so your trolling things dissipate. I want this asshole out of not just my life, but everyone's lives. He's a total dick, and it makes no sense questioning my integrity for why I was in the sport to begin with, why I came back to the sport, why I left the sport. Like, it's bananas, this guy's words. And then I called him out, and he's like, oh, fragile Gary. And I'm like, what are you talking about fragile? You're questioning my integrity. You said it last week. You're like, blah, blah, blah. I'm not perfect, but here's the thing. I know I'm going to get into heaven because I'm an all-around decent guy. I may have done a few things here and there, and I would take that one step further. I'm a pretty damn decent dude. I'm getting into heaven if there is one, and this dude talking to me like I'm only in the sport just to make money, you're fucking bananas, Chris Gobby. I know you're watching that shit. Put your pecker down. I know you're whacking it off. You're getting off because you know you're going to freaking talk some more shit. You are an idiot. Shut the fuck up.
Oh my God.
You are a bitch. Go away. Don't dare think you know what's in my mind, what I'm in the sport for. You have no idea. I risked everything for my arm wrestling addiction. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, okay. Oops.
Very, very, hey, you married that guy.
Chris Gobby, you just got me in trouble with my in-laws. You don't know my motivations. I'm addicted. I had to step away from the sport because it hurt, because it was so painful. I gave everything. Now that I've got back into arm wrestling, I potentially could put it all at risk again because I fucking love it. You're an idiot. The only reason money is concerned is because you have to support the habit. If you do drugs, for all you crazy people out to do drugs, you got to pay for the drugs. You're an idiot to question why I'm in the sport. You're an idiot. Idiot! Go away. If you keep talking, I'm gonna make a little doll out of you. I'm gonna put pins in it, and I'm gonna talk about.
Listen. If you're gonna talk shit about Chris Gobby, then I get to talk shit about Leonard and Denise.
There's no way they're on the same level.
Exactly the same human being.
No way, bro. What?
The way you feel about Chris Gobby is exactly the way I feel about Leonard and Denise. So if I hear you say one more bad thing about Chris Gobby, I'm unloading on Leonard and Denise.
What has Chris Gobby got on you? No, you like that guy?
Well, no, I mean, I wouldn't say like him, but I don't dislike him at all. Yeah, you know what? I think I do like him. But, I mean, he could never do that to me, what he's doing to you. I mean,
dude, he's not doing anything to me. I want to be a superhero. He's a villain. I want to eliminate the villain. I want to come in with my cape and squash him.
He's all in your cranium. Wow.
Oh, dude.
You hate this guy.
No, I didn't hate him 48 hours ago until he kept at it. I was like, dude, you don't want to pick a fight. You don't want to pick a fight with me on the internet. I'll go crazy. I'm a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, he must not have watched the Tim Bresnan, the Brezzy doll video.
Oh, what? Oh, you brought up the Tim.
Insert video right there.
I'm looking for it. I can't find it. The Brezzy dog.
Hey, Tim's got it. Just ask him. And just hit him on his inbox. Ask him if you can get a copy of it.
Oh, my God. Okay, in case I don't find it, Tim Bresnan, I don't know why he really hates me. He just, at some point.
Tim Bresnan's a bully.
Yeah. So, at some point, Tim Bresnan, and I tell this story not to refire up Tim Bresnan and his animosity towards me, because I do like him.
Why?
I kept sticking the camera in his face at tournaments, and at one point, he's like, get the camera out of my face. Don't film me. And I might be exaggerating, but when Tim Bresnan is in your face, it can be a little intimidating, and that's what I remember.
I disagree.
Well, he told me sternly, don't film me basically between matches, because I was following him around, and I was like, that's what I do. That's what I do. He's like, don't stop it, or something like that. Maybe I'm exaggerating. From my mind,
I thought that, but you know where I thought it really came from is remember when Karen set you up and fouled you out, and he was the ref?
That's where it came. That was the finish line.
That's when you lost your fucking mind.
Well,
you are there close with Gobby.
You're out. You're out of the tournament. Do you understand? Do it again. You're out of the tournament.
Yes, sir. Tim Bresnan, gotta be so tough.
That's what I just said.
What'd you say?
You don't represent arm wrestling whatsoever.
If I was there, you wouldn't have been treated like that. And if I ever see you let someone treat you like that again, you may have a problem with me. Relax, man. All right, listen,
here's the thing.
I'll tell you what, Gary. I'll tell you what.
Hold on, let me finish.
I normally don't flex, right? Because I'm a nice guy. But I'll tell you what, just because I love you and because of that sign behind you, I'll take care of this, okay? Chris Gobby, do not say another word about Gary Roberts or to Gary Roberts. Don't use his name. Do not send another message or comment. I appreciate you. I'll let you know if I need anything else from you, young man. Besides that, this issue is over.
But I was kind of having fun.
Oh, excuse me. Chris Gobby, continue exactly what you're doing until our ratings go through the roof.
Okay. I cannot lie that the same thing that was happening with Dabo is like Chris Gobby's like a car accident. I can't help but stop and look at it. And I was like, I want to talk to him. I want to get deep in. You watch those shows where they interview the serial killers and they find out what their motivations are. I want to find out what drives this man to be it's not just me.
Yeah, he's like the Peter Pan for arm wrestling entry fees. If any arm wrestler decides to pay $5 for services rendered from an arm wrestling company, Peter Pan, a.k.a. the Gobster, is scooping in. And he's calling foul. He's calling foul on that shit.
Yeah, he thinks you shouldn't make money from arm wrestling. Like we've been talking about it. Arm wrestling needs to be an industry. There needs to.
I've had a conversation with him where he is a clear hypocrite. He has no explanation for how he could raise $1,500 pay me to come up there, give me the money, get it from all the arm wrestlers, have me do a service, run a seminar, and then he thinks there's nothing wrong with that. However, if I clearly just have a seminar on my own and charge $100 each and make the same $1,500, I am the worst person in the world. Well, it just makes no sense. I mean, that's the craziest thing ever.
Here's a message out to trolls. Anybody who wants to be a troll, have some foundational reasoning. People getting upset with me, interrupting Travis, it's based in a real thing. It's happened, and I get it. I get it. What Gobby is trolling, it's just fantasy. Calling me a whore, it's just all fantasy. So
I mean, and actually, I feel like that you get upset because there is a truth to the story, right? Like, you are not into arm wrestling because you are a athlete only, right? You are a fan and now a person who is more or less in charge of the growth, right? It's not like there's a media job that everybody wants because you get paid a lot to not be a very good film guy. This is a situation where you are going to get paid a fraction of what you could get paid if you did the same service for a flourishing company. So you are doing it for money, but you ain't making no money.
Yeah.
So you
Gobby,
must love it in order for the journey to even get to where you could make some money.
I'm looking at you, Gobby, right to you. The gobster, the gobbler, your gobbliness. You, sir, I know you're in your underwear. I know you've done something shady today. I'm speaking right to you. My first month of posting ARMTV videos, the catalog that I've been going through, made $1,000 in revenue from YouTube. I haven't tapped into Patreon. I haven't tapped into YouTube membership. I haven't tapped into t-shirt sales. I bought a $1,300 computer, so I'm upside down $300. We haven't added in my time to go through all these videos. It is very time consuming. I needed a second computer to do that. I would have made more the first 3 months working at Starbucks. I'm not even making minimum wage. In this world that we call like this capitalist world where you have a right to build something for yourself, the reason someone invests time is so they hope it's going to pay off to something awesome. Will it turn into anything more? I have no idea. Somebody just sent me a sign. That's pretty cool. It must mean something. Other people have messaged me that your bitch ass is just jealous because no one's sending you a sign. Hey, that's not my fault. I'm sorry. I can't help that. But listen, man, I'm going to be 100% upfront with what happens with this whole ARMTV thing. I'm not going to hide anything. I promise you this. I will host with my own money a big ass tournament and give away great prize money before you see my ass roll in some Mercedes Benzo or something, because that's just the kind of guy I am. I'm going to give back. If I achieve anything out of the hard work that I'm putting into ARMTV, Mr. Gobbler, I'm going to give back. Okay. So other people can benefit. If you don't want to, go fuck yourself. Okay. We're done with that.
And on a lighter note, I was given a measly $60,000 retainer in order to create a YouTube channel. So that's where my motivation is. And
what?
I also will be driving 2 Benzos before I give away any prize money from the Travis Bagent Unfiltered. Just in case you're looking for something to type.
So Travis Bagent is making more money than me, but all my financial.
I have 4 bubs. I have 4 bubses.
Yeah.
4 bubses.
Here's the thing. It must be understood. I just need to make enough to convince my wife not to shut this whole thing down.
Which she just about did.
Yeah,
she just about 5 minutes ago shut this whole thing down.
Dude.
So listen, Chris Gobby, You don't mess with my money, Chris Garvey.
Yeah.
If you
Dude.
get Gary shut down, that means I'm shut down.
Listen, bro, this is not a joke. So 2 episodes ago, I was having trouble getting an arm bet date in San Francisco. I've had 2 full arm bet meetups plus 3 more potentials, excuse me. Plus I went to the big practice. That wasn't arm bet, that was Facebook. But my wife was like, yo, dude, how much you're doing the podcast, you're on the computer, and now you're leaving during COVID? Like, what's up? And I'm
My
like,
parents are talking.
So anyways, that closes this chapter.
They're really cool with your little thumb wrestling thing, but don't get it twisted.
Here's the deal. Do you want to know? My mother-in-law, she sent me a schoolboy video, and she said, "Look at this cute boy arm wrestling."
Can he beat Travis? I bet he could beat Travis. I bet he could beat your guy.
Oh, I don't think so. Anyways,
I've been asked if I could beat Schoolboy.
I want to ask you about that. My father-in-law, just to finish, my father-in-law said, he straight up said this: I don't understand why he's getting back into something that didn't work out. It doesn't make sense.
Ouch.
So, Gobbler, I know you're watching all these. You can beat Schoolboy. Have you felt Schoolboy?
No.
Okay, we'll get back on Schoolboy later. We got to go back to the story.
Back to what story?
Back to Marvin Cohen. He tells you got a package.
I am at the weigh-ins, about to finish up, and I get the phone call from Marvin that said, "Dude, we got a package. Get down to the lobby." So I travel down to the lobby at the Mandalay Bay and look over across the valet, and there is a black Victory motorcycle sitting there.
What? It showed up?
Marvin sitting there. The driver of the truck has no idea. Just gives us a little pack. It's got the keys in it. Says he was told to deliver it here and call Marvin.
Okay, can I say something? I have to say something. I was going to put money that the motorcycle never showed up and all the craziness came from that. I would have bet money. He's come through enough. He's come through enough, but he's also not come through enough to make me think.
Mind you that Steve Kaplan has not ever been notified that this was even a possibility. And now the bike is here.
Dude, what do you do? Are you getting nervous?
The only good thing is there was no pressure because I told Marvin before, I'm like, dude, if you get the bike, what do you think he's going to do? Turn it down? There's no way he's going to turn it down.
What?
Now, listen, what did I tell you that I was trying to do this weekend? What is my goal for this weekend? Business plan.
Business plan.
$100,000 a year job. That's what I'm going after, right? I'm already blowing it up. Now, to put the icing on the cake.
Oh, my God.
I got to call Kaplan and Dan Alani. These are the 2 guys. Dan Alani is in charge of the Game of Arms auditioning. Steve Kaplan is in charge of the WAL. They are buddies. That's why this relationship is here, because Dan Alani's the Game of Arms guy. He called his boy, said, hey, get ready. This arm wrestling reality show is about to make arm wrestling big enough that there will be an arm wrestling sports show. All this is happening, right? I call them both up and say, hey, gentlemen, I need a emergency meeting in the weigh-in department. I'm on my way there. Could you both please come immediately? We get there. We sit down.
Are you nervous?
Not at all. My swag is out of control.
There's no way. I'd be like, oh my God, this is so scary.
I've already told Dan Alani 3 times. I'm like, hey man, Marvin Cohen wants to talk to Kaplan, and Dan Alani's like, I don't think that's a good idea, because Marvin, he was involved with the Game of Arms, right? Marvin was you know, attempting to get involved in some way there too. So Dan Alani had some correspondence with him, enough to say, I don't want no correspondence with him and Captain. Right? This was months ago. So I sat down on the table and I said, gentlemen, I have some amazing information. Now, Marvin has not said anything to me except he's got this joint relief cream and he's got Victory Motorcycle. And I tell him, you bring the motorcycle here and we'll discuss everything. Well, all of a sudden, when I see that motorcycle, I also see the joint cream guy named Gary.
My God. Oh,
great guy.
Dude,
Whatever.
he
The
had
joint
to make
cream
it
guy.
weird by bringing the cream.
Oh my God.
Oh
Weird.
my God.
But now that I see the motorcycle, I'm okay with going to discuss, right? So I walk up and I say, Steve, Dan, listen, 3 months ago, Marvin told me he could get us a Victory motorcycle and he wanted to give it away at the tournament. And I gave him an idea. I said, yo, you get the motorcycle here and I'll give it away and get some keys and we'll give it away at the end. And they both laughed and I said, yeah. I said, and Marvin also told me he's got this joint cream for guys so their arm doesn't hurt anymore. So what he wanted from me was to discuss how to bring them involved in the show. And I simply told him, motherfucker, bring the motorcycle and then I'll get you a meeting. Well, he brought the motorcycle. And they both just look at me and they're like, what do you mean? I'm like, dude, I've spoken to Reed York at Victory Motorcycle, and he has agreed to let that go if we give them a 1-minute clip of giving it away at the event. But Marvin's going to think that now he's done us a great favor, and because of that, he's going to want to do business with you in the future. You're going to have to answer phone calls.
It comes with strings.
You're going to have to answer emails, ridiculous ideas, because Marvin's going to be all over the place. But what he will do is hit. He will send out to every car manufacturer in the world, and in 4 years from now, Toyota will call you and give you a car, because that's what Marvin does. He won't do it the first time, but it will happen. He said, well, what do you want to do? I said, I'd like to get this joint cream guy down there and tell him that for $1,000 he can set up his booth here. In return, you let us give away that Victory motorcycle, and you let this be the fucking greatest tournament you ever had in your life. And then tomorrow morning, just say thank you.
It sounds like a decent plan.
He says, show me the bike. So me, him, and Kaplan walk down, would see the bike. He's like, you got to be kidding me. It's got 8 sets of keys. Already, only one of them work, right?
They pre-did the keys.
Pre-did the keys, brought them and everything, because that's what they knew the operation. So Kaplan's like, no problem, let's do it. So we have that tournament, right? And everybody wins, and people get a key.
Wait, did you talk about the keys?
We did not. Nothing. We got all the winners. Everybody got their trophy, and then we said, we have one more surprise. Could all 8 winners please come to the stage? Each one of you reach into the bag, grab an envelope. Open the envelope together. Now, everybody opens it up. Everybody's got a key. The fucking Mandalay Bay opens up the curtains. There's the Victory motorcycle. 2 Mandalay girls. First, we call the first guy walks up, they do the whole left-handed first. 1, 2, 3, the light, middle, heavyweight guys try to do it. Nobody. The super heavyweight guy, left-handed, who is that? Who's the best left-handed guy you know, unlimited weight class?
But you weren't in the tournament.
This guy. But I'm not in the tournament. So Devon Larratt wins the super heavyweight left-handed. He goes up and starts the bike. Devon Larratt wins the Victory motorcycle.
What?
Wow, right?
I did not know this.
Fucking amazing. Search
so
for
sad.
that video and cut this right here. Boom. I'll send you that video of him winning that thing. It's awesome. But this is where the story gets interesting.
I can't, hold on. Can I tell you, I,
Please.
for the life of me, cannot imagine where this story goes. I'm completely on the edge of my seat, clueless. How can this not go? Where can this go?
He starts the bike. Amazing confetti drops. The fucking shit is magical, right? It's magical, and we will have this clip. We got to find this clip immediately and got it, all right? I've seen it. Now, that night, I go, I see Devon. I give him shake his hand. I'm like, you the luckiest motherfucker ever. You're not even, I would have won that. Not you. I also.
But he still had to pick the key. Isn't that random?
Well, yeah, but the fact is that he picked, no. We gave him the key for winning the super heavyweight left-handed. They were already little envelopes that said 143 left. We just randomly put the keys in there, right?
They didn't put it in the pile and
right. He picked out, I don't know what he picked out. Maybe he picked out the key and put it in his envelope. Maybe, I don't know. But I don't care. The fact is the heavyweight left-handed guy won. He wouldn't even have been there to get a key if I'd have been there.
Got it.
That night, we're shaking hands, and I'm like, dude, listen, the only bad thing about what you got going on is that bike's yours right now.
Yeah.
I said, you got to find a way to get it to Canada and do what you ever want to do. He's like, okay.
What? What?
No problem. So he says, let's meet tomorrow morning before 12 o'clock, and we'll talk to the guy, Reed, about whether that bike can go right here to Victory Motorcycle in Las Vegas. I can get the title and all the stuff, or what the situation is. No problem. Next morning, I go there. I solidify the deal with Kaplan and Dan Alani, shake the hand. I'm now a $100,000 man, right? My check is getting ready to be in the mail for the next week, right? And I'm official, done, right? Lunchtime comes, Devon calls me. He's like, hey. So I talked to the guy, Reed, and he said for me to hold tight here in Vegas, and then they will pick it up in a few days, and then they will send me one from Canada. And I said, yeah, no problem. Let's go talk to Cage, Crocker, and RJ and see where, because the bike. So I talked to Cage Crocker. You know Cage, Keith Crocker, Cage Crocker. You don't know him, but he used to be a Jacksonville guy. God rest his soul. He passed away a year and a half ago. But he's living in Vegas, so he's refereeing. And I say, Cage, can we leave the Victory Motorcycle in your garage? Devon will get the paperwork. You'll either ship it to Canada, Devon will let you know how, or the Vegas Victory people will come get it, and then no problem. Month goes by. Devon calls. He's like, hey, bro, I'm having trouble getting a hold of these people. I'm like, oh, yeah, no problem. Let me call. So I call. Guy Reed answers the phone. I'm like, hey, Reed, this is Travis. So here's the deal. Bike's in Vegas. I need to get it to Canada or get it back to the Vegas store. You issue the one in Canada. He's like, yeah, I've been getting the messages from the guy who won. Call that guy and tell him that the people at Victory Motorcycle in Ottawa will call him next Wednesday, and they will arrange delivery for everything. And then, no problem. He said, and then someone will then come get the one in Las Vegas. I'm like, no problem. The following Wednesday, Devon calls me. He's like, hey, bro, I just got off the phone. They're going to send me one right here. I'm like, no problem. 2 weeks goes by. Devon calls me, says, yo, I got my bike. I'm like, yes! No! So he's happy as shit, right? So he says, hey, I said, no problem. Well, I'll call them. So I called the guy, Reed. No answer. That's weird. Call Marvin a couple times. No answer. Finally, I get this guy, Scott, from Victory, Indian now, right? And I'm like, hey, Scott, my name is Travis Bagent. Ran an arm wrestling tournament in Las Vegas, Victory Motorcycles. The guy Reed was taking, he's like, yeah, Reed doesn't work for us anymore. He's over with Harley Davidson. But we want you guys to know that you're amazing. We got the video. And just so you know, we have got that bike to this Devon Larratt guy. So everything is clear.
Booyah.
So I'm getting ready to say, and then I'm like, all right, well, listen, if you need anything else from me, you let me know. 3 months goes by, I call Cage. Hey, Cage, that bike is ours. Cage says, what do you mean?
Wait, start, pause. What?
The guy Reed is no longer working for Victory. They never picked the bike up in Vegas. When I called to set it up, the new guy says, we've got the bike to him. Everything is done.
No.
I wait 3 months for them to call me back and say, yo, man, I think we made a mistake. Where the fuck's the bike?
No.
3 months goes by, nothing.
What?
I call Cage. I said, Cage, we got us a bike. What should we do with it? He's like, I don't know. I said, because now we got problems. We got no title. We got no registration. That fucking thing's probably stolen. VIN number, right? He's like, oh, we can chop it. I said, all right, how we do that? How we do that? Right? How we do that?
Are you allowed to tell this publicly? What's going on?
So he said, let's chop it. I'm like, chop the shit out of it. Call me back. If we make $5, send me $250. Right? Let me know. 2 weeks later, he calls me. He's like,
wait. Hold on. Pause. How much? We are scheduled to go back. Is this long enough for another segment, or should we close it out?
It's pretty long. Long.
Okay, no. Pause. Oh, are you serious?
Yeah, I'm not. I don't have time to finish the story. We'll have to do it again tomorrow. Is that possible?
Okay.
All right, so we are at where the motorcycle now, I've called him, and he said, let's chop it. All right? It gets way better.
How can it get better?
Oh my God.
Oh,
right.
Okay. Hey, ARMTV Nation, Travis Bagent Unfiltered people, cross your fingers that my in-laws did not hear me saying, motherfucker, fuck you, Gobbler.
Man, horrible.
Dude, they are, my father-in-law's 90 years old. He wouldn't understand why I'd be talking.
No way. Do not mess our money up, all right? Here we go. All right, next time. We'll talk soon.
Bye.
We hope you like the content. Thanks for stopping by. Please leave a comment, like, share, and subscribe. Now click that little bell icon so you get notified. This was Gary Roberts and Travis Bagent live.
Damn it! Do something else. Don't ever say them two names to me.